afternoon. Today is Tuesday, March 1st, 2022, and we are here for a scheduled town board meeting. And as always, we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And Ken, can you please take the lead?
Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ken. In fact, do we have someone from our faith community with us today?
Yes, I saw her earlier. Oh, there she is. So today, in keeping with our tradition of having a faith-based invocation, we have Kathy Bresney from the Ladies Auxiliary at the Riverhead Fire Department. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Let us pray. O most gracious God, we ask for your presence and inspiration to be with these leaders of Riverhead Town as they focus on the multitude and needs and complexities of governing. May they have thoughtful discussions and much patience as they plan for the present and the future of our growing town. We give you thanks for the winter beauty of the east end of this island as we get the slow but wonderful hints of spring that will soon be with us. We live in an area of great access to water, fun, businesses, as well as fantastic land entertainment around us. So as the town council deliberates, may they keep this in mind. And also, O Lord, in this time of war and distress for the nation of Ukraine, may they keep the will to fight and keep their freedom, as so many immigrants have desired when they moved from the Ukraine over 100 years ago. Many came to the east end of the island to work on the potato farms and eventually became the owners of this land, and that their descendants may still own today. As we have peace and hope, this is what we ask in your everlasting name to give to the Ukrainian nation now. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Okay. Thank you, Frank, and thank you, Chaplain. And before we get started with our meeting agenda, we are going to take a moment to recognize recently promoted Lieutenant Devereaux for his official swearing in as a lieutenant. Lieutenant Devereaux was promoted from sergeant to lieutenant on February 1st, 2022, but he was unable to attend the town board meeting, so we are happy. We are going to perform the ceremony here. He's here with his family for them to witness this great event. And Lieutenant, can you please come forward?
We are going to ask you to tell us why, though.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, can you please raise your right hand? Lieutenant? Do you solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of lieutenant for the Riverhead Police Department to the best of your abilities, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Thank you very much.
Family member? Yes. And the chief, oh, you have a shield already.
Let's see if I can do it right this time. Again, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Should've got boot in here.
Thank you.
And your family, or?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well deserved, well deserved.
Where are we going for this?
Huh?
Where are we going for this? Here, back there?
It doesn't matter.
Get back here
Go
with
back
the
here.
the insignia. Yeah. Supervisor?
The ladies got to go on now.
Yes, of course.
So what, did they want to do it with their family? You got to take some with just your family.
Okay.
Eventually take one just with your family, okay?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, so we'll let them take it with the family, how's that?
Okay, there you go.
Okay. I'm gonna move out.
Okay.
There you go, perfect. Good.
Okay, thank you.
All right, be safe, Lieutenant.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Congratulations again, Lieutenant. And next, just a reminder that the town of Riverhead is distributing free rapid COVID-19 tests to all Riverhead residents at the front desk of Town Hall, 200 Howell Avenue, and also at the Aquabog Senior Center, 60 Shady Tree Lane, from the hours of 9 to 3 o'clock for this entire week. So anyone who wants to, no questions asked. It costs about $28 each, so if you have a family of 4 and you're going to test your family, it costs you close to over $100. So they're available until at least the end of the week, and if we need to get more, we'll acquire them. All right, moving forward, despite the agenda, what the agenda says, I am not going to ask to approve the minutes of the February 15th meeting. Eventually, there was a glitch that, which caused the lack of circulations of the minutes, so we're going to pull that, just to make sure that everyone had a chance to read the minutes, and we'll await and approve them at the next town board meeting on March 16th. So Diane, can you please read the communication and the report figures for us today?
Certainly. Under correspondence, I grouped things together. There were 3 letters concerning the renaming of Cliff Road in Wading River. That was Christine Killerman and John Nussbaumer, Vanessa Moran, and Jean Marie Pizzarello. And then I had 2 letters regarding unreasonable noise from Jamesport Manor Inn, Shira and Lauren Berger, and Albie Schmidt. There was a letter from EPCAL Watch Coalition. They were thanking the town board for postponing the transfer of the EPCAL property from CDA to IDA. And then I had 3 letters with comments on the transfer, additional letters with comments on the transfer of the EPCAL property from CDA to IDA. Rosa O'Shea Piontek, Deborah Wetzel, Helga and Jack Guthrie. I had a letter from Sal Master Polo, and he had comments on 22-wheel tractor trailers on Route 25 and Sound Avenue. And Mark Terry sent a letter regarding the seeker coordination DEIS of Strong's Marine Storage Building in Southall. That doesn't sound like us, but there's information in there. Under reports, the tax receiver total tax collection as of February 23rd, $92,464,829.85. And that's it.
That's it? Okay. Thank you, Diane. We have no public hearing scheduled for today, so we're going to open it up for comments on the resolutions before us today. Do any members of the public wish to make a statement and comment?
While they're coming up, just a quick reminder, I think we're all familiar. You get 5 minutes to make your comments. We'll ask for your name and your hamlet. And of course, any back and forth with the board does not stop the clock. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Robert Skinner, Jamesport. And it's regarding resolution number 205. If you look at this on the opening paragraph refers to a time period of 2022 to 2023. And then if you go through the whereas down to so be it resolved, that paragraph, the time frame is 2020 to 2021. Should those 2 time frames be consistent? Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
I believe that's a typo, it was probably a cut and paste,
yeah,
Where it
that's what I
carried over, but-
figured, but yeah, okay.
Which number?
Good deal.
205. Thanks, Rob.
So we need to adjust the resolution?
Yeah, I just want to get to it to make sure.
Yeah, we might want to amend it.
Haven't, Jesus, what is this contract?
Where is it?
205, second paragraph here.
Okay, but so what's wrong with the date?
This is 22 to 23. This is
I got it,
2023,
perfect,
so
yeah.
you want to make it for next year.
Yeah.
So this will be as amended.
Okay. So it's 2022 to 2023.
Okay.
You want to make the motion?
And when I read it, I'll correct it. So that's my name. So we'll read it as amended.
Okay.
All right?
Okay,
Thanks for pointing it out.
thank you. Robert, you're well.
Always nice to have an extra set of eyes around.
Now, do we have anyone on Zoom? We don't have anyone on Zoom, okay. They're just watching, okay. And no one from the public want to come forward? All right, then we're going to move on to resolutions. Diane, can you please call the resolutions for today?
Certainly. Resolution 183.
One second, I need to get there. I'm not there yet, sorry.
Purple Beach Realty LLC project number 82202, budget adoption. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 184.
Budget amendment for Parks Capital Project number 72106, Iron Pier Playground. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 185.
Budget amendment for Parks Capital Project number 71909, Pickleball Courts. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 186.
Parks Capital Project number 72102, Beach Booth Construction Closure. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 187.
Acceptance of 2020 audited financial statements. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 188.
Approve special event, Chapter 255, application for North Fork Event Company, Inc., North Meets South Farms Food, Drink, and Festival. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 189.
Accepts resignation of an appointment member to the Town of Riverhead Industrial Development Agency. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby, for your service, and good luck to Lee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yeah, Bob, thank you for your time and dedication you put in over the years. I know you will be missed on the IDA, but I'm kind of glad you're here on the board, so,
Thank you.
yes, I vote.
Aguirre.
Yes, and again, thank you for your service, and we do have a replacement here, and let's thank him for his service to our community.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Bob, I didn't know how you were going to vote on this. I was concerned.
I want my job back.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 190.
Accepts the retirement of highway labor crew leader. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes, and congratulations on your retirement, 40 years. Thank you for your service again. Yes.
Hubbard.
Mr. Caffrey has been a dedicated member of our highway department, as you said, 40 years. But it goes way further than that. I mean, he's really been a big help up at the highway department through several different superintendents, and wish him nothing but the best of luck to him in his retirement. So yes.
Aguirre.
Yes, best of luck, Ron.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 191.
Authorizes the transfer of a planner. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 192.
Authorizes supervisor to execute a stipulation with Local 1000, AFS, CME, AFL, CIO, Riverhead Unit of the Suffolk Local 3852. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
I think before we vote, Bill needs to just chat with you guys about this reza.
Okay.
So the resolution is fine. The stipulation, the wording in the first now therefore, it's putting her on the wrong salary schedule, but the right group and step. So we just have to change that to match the resolution, which puts her on the clerical and supervisory schedule.
Okay,
So the resolution says Group 12, Step 17.
all right, so we have to amend that.
Right, and the stipulation
this
has
sti-
to say 1217 of the clerical.
So Frank, when you call that
Oh,
out, can you
okay.
call for the amendment? When you call that, we're gonna do the amendment to the stipulation.
As amended.
As amended.
As
Okay.
amended.
Yeah, I already read it. We were just
Yeah.
voting on it, so I will say it again if you want me to.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay, let's do this again.
so, I know you started your vote.
Can you
had it-
clarify the amendment, just so we make a note here? So we're changing,
The stipulation. I think.
So the amendment isn't to the actual resolution, it's to the stipulation. The resolution has the correct group that it's coming from, or title, being clerical and supervisory. But if you look at the stipulation, it says administrative salary schedule. That has to change to clerical and supervisory, and then it's fine.
Okay.
got it.
So I'll read it again. 2022-192, authorize the supervisor to execute a stipulation with Local 1000, AFS, CME, AFL, CIO, Riverhead Unit of the Suffolk Local 3852 as amended. So moved.
I'll second it as amended, and that's a lot of letters up there.
Vote, please.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Bayrock,
Yes, as amended.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes, as amended.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 193.
Ratifies the reclassification of a senior citizen aide. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Bayrock,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 194.
Ratifies the appointment of a paralegal to the town attorney's office. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 195.
Ratifies the appointment of a paralegal to the town attorney's office. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 196.
Appoints a public safety dispatcher 1. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 197.
Appoints a call-in park attendant 2 to the Recreation Department. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 198.
Appoints call-in assistant recreation leaders. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 199.
Authorizes purchasing agent to attend New York State AMPO Long Island Regional Conference. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 200.
Authorizes the supervisor to issue a letter to the Suffolk County Department of Health Services allowing the use of Pine Barrens credits originated from property located in Riverhead. Strobel LLC. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 201.
Authorizes the supervisor to issue a letter to the Suffolk County Department of Health allowing the use of Pine Barren credits originated from property located in Riverhead. Cost Box LLC. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 202.
Authorizes the filing of an application to New York State Department of Transportation for 2022 FTA Section 5310, Enhanced Mobility of Seniors and Individuals with Disabilities Program, funding assistance and signing of the associated state contract under the appropriate laws of New York State. So moved.
Seconded?
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Ayrod.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 203.
Awards bid for generator maintenance, so moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Ayrod.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 204.
Awards bids for lubricants, so moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Ayrod.
Yes to lubricants.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 205.
So we're going to amend this resolution, as was mentioned prior, to the down where it says, be resolved from 2020 to 2021 to 2022 to 2023. Awards bid for police department marine boat and outboard motor maintenance and repair. So moved as amended.
Second.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Ayrod.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes, as amended.
Aguirre.
Yes, as amended.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 206.
Awards bid for electric motor repair and replacement, including emergencies. So moved.
Vote, please.
Got to get a
Kern.
second.
Go ahead,
Second.
get a second.
Second.
Second?
Okay, there you go. Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Ayrod.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 207.
Awards bid for food and meat products, so moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes. Do you want to read the whole thing? Or?
Oh, that's a big one.
Let's say yes.
Ayrod.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 208.
Assumes lead agency status and issues negative declaration pursuant to SECRA for the site plan application of the Suffolk Theater Edition, 118 East Main Street, Riverhead, New York, Suffolk County, tax map number 600, 129-1-8.4. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Ayrod.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 209.
Schedules public hearing for the site plan application of Suffolk Theater Edition, 118 East Main Street, Riverhead, New York, Suffolk County tax map number 600-129-1-8.4 and 600-125-6-66.4. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Ayrod.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 210.
Oh, I'm trying to get there. Authorizes free beach stickers to veterans and volunteer fire and ambulance departments. So moved.
Seconded?
Vote, please.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Ayrod.
Yeah, I just want to make a point here. I was speaking to a veteran, a friend of mine over at the VFW, Jimmy Mazursky. Many of you know him, and he was saying that it was great that we put this in, and it's on the federal level, it's on the town level and the county level, but it's not at the state level for veterans to have free access to parks. So he got in touch with Senator Palumbo and Assemblywoman Giglio, and hopefully going forward, they'll have access as well, and then it'll be across all parks.
Excellent.
But I vote yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 211.
Pays the bills, so moved.
Seconded.
Ready?
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Ayrod.
Yes, pay the bills.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
Okay, thank you, Diane, and this concludes our resolutions for today. And at this point, we're going to open up the floor to the public for comments on any matter. Is there anyone in the public? Oh, Mr. Bedford, how are you? Come on forward.
Good afternoon, Madam Secretary, Supervisor, and gentlemen. We received word today that the DEC...
Sir, if you could just state your name and your hamlet for the transcriptionist.
Rex Farr Farmer, coordinator for the EPCOT Watch Group.
And town?
Excuse me?
The town?
The Hamlet.
Hamlet.
The Hamlet, Calverton.
Calverton, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fine.
Perfect.
Received word today that the DEC lost, or we, the town of Riverhead, won. My question is, how does that affect and who is in control? I don't have a loud enough voice?
Oh, you do, Rex.
Thank you. I thought so. Haven't been away that long. What does that do to the habitat lines? Does the DEC or does the town and I know we're in a situation with the IDA and the CDA and who's going to take control, blah, blah, blah. But what does that do for the 1,000 acres? How does that affect? Have you had a chance to read?
That just came through to the attorney's office, and that has to be discussed. Obviously, we're here in a meeting, and so that's going to be pursued further, and we'll have some answers for you. Unless, Anne Marie, did you want to come up and add? Because she's part of the attorney group that's working on EPCAL.
Okay, now I know that there was a date set, March the 3rd, I believe, by you, Madam Supervisor, concerning, if the IDA doesn't sign off, they want to come back, the Gamazians want to come back to the town, and you said, no way. Are you still sticking by that? Because now is a perfect time to let us know whether or not, our job is to protect those 1,000 acres.
And I agree with you, Rex, and I know we have spoken about this, and I also ensured that was put into the comprehensive plan, and Jeff is here with us.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, it's my job, so I don't necessarily have to thank me. But we're waiting for the 3rd to see where they stand, and I'm not gonna go back on the word, and we're gonna have to regroup if they pass the deadline. And the board has to decide. It's a board decision. There's 5 of us, and we have to regroup, and we have to speak to council, because it still is a contract, and we'll take it from there. But I think Anne Marie wanted to add to your designation of lines. She wanted to add a comment on that, Rex, okay?
You want to add it? Okay.
We'll finish it.
Oh, no, that's not my last question. That's okay. Go ahead.
Was probably a doozy too, Rex.
I'm sure it
So as to the 1,000 acres, just to be crystal clear, when the town undertook its environmental review, the final supplemental generic environmental impact statement, those 1,000 acres, plus or minus, were identified. And any development of the property moving forward must be consistent with that environmental review. In addition, the town board has made clear to special counsel and myself, CDA Director Thomas, we are not wavering on the preservation and the pledge to the preservation of that acreage, no matter what. So,
Good.
it's not going to change.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, you take care. Anyone else from the audience?
Hello again, Robert Skinner, 14 Eileen Circle in Jamesport. I notice on the correspondence there's 2 references to Jamesport Manor Inn. I did a cursory Google search last week, and it seems to indicate that as of March 11th, Jamesport Manor Inn is going to be rebranded as something called Diamond Estates, D-I-M-O-N Estates. This was pointed out to me, somebody sent me a snapshot of their, one of their web pages, social media pages. I don't do social media. And there is a tent with a wedding very prominently displayed on how they appear to be wanting to go forward. I've been in touch, as per your directions, with Mr. Siddick at the Fire Marshal's office. I've told him of this. Apparently, to this point, and he went on very detailed about how these things go forward as far as the applications go. And I don't see any indication there's been a tent permit put forth yet. But I just wanted to bring to the town board's attention after seeing that, we've still got people who are rather on edge compared to in light of what we went through last year, what could theoretically go forth this year. And to us, this just looks like some kind of an end-around deal to, it's no longer Jamesport Manor, it's this. And I just wanted to bring that to the board's attention. And again, please, I know there's a court situation with that, but having had the zoning board meeting now, hearing for this postponed at least twice, maybe a third time, and the interactions that don't seem to have a cohesive endpoint between the planning board, the zoning board, the town board, the fire marshal, the attorney's office, it just seems like there's a lot of different moving parts that if there's going to be anything done with this for the betterment of that area, okay, especially in light of some of the stuff with the planning board with what went on as per the Baiting Hollow hearings. If there's going to be any kind of cohesion with that for the entirety of of east of 105, if you will, especially those of us that live between Sound Avenue and the main road, it just seems like there's got to be some more interaction with this. And I just wanted to bring to the attention of the board that it's, you know, it's still a significant thought with us. We're wary of what could happen, and this Diamond Estates thing now has us going, okay, what's going on here? So any help that you can give to us with this is significantly appreciated.
Bob, I think the Diamond Estates might be the sale from the current owner to his son. That's what I understand. The son is purchasing the business to carry it on in what he anticipates to be the same manner. No pun intended.
Yeah, well, see, that's what you just said is what our fear is, okay? Because for what I experience at a half a mile away, I know there's a lot of people in between there, okay? And I know that there's now, you know, realizing that, so I'm told, and please correct me if I'm wrong, the ZBA, the zoning board is different from the planning board, which is different from the town board. So the people that sent everything into the town board over the summer, that doesn't get recognized by the zoning board. So the people that have now sent stuff into the zoning board, now it's being put, you know, for a specific dated hearing, are now being told that, well, it's just the zoning portion of it, this doesn't count, but it's been postponed now and postponed again, all right? So now we're looking at the potential, so I'm told, that nothing will be done with this until April. Well, April's right around the corner from May, and May is when all of this ramped up last year, and so even though it's only the 1st of March, we're looking at it very concerned, and you know, I realize there's a lot of things that are going on with it, between EPCAL and everything else, and it can very easily get lost in the cracks. So I'm just trying to keep this on, you know, some sort of a you know, closed loop radar, that it's being, knowing that we're concerned about this, and hopefully that we're not going to have a repeat performance of the 19 events that we had last year, especially in light of the fact that you look at, you know, somebody like, and I'm going to use, I think it was PC Richards, they wanted to put a tent up and have a sale for a weekend, and they've got to get all these other permits. And yet there's, you know, they get one tent permit and then they can do whatever they want for 6 months on a commercial venue like this that affects the residential areas. And so we go like, how does this happen? And you hope that the zoning board hearing, and then the zoning board hearing gets pushed off, and I think you understand what we're coming from here. So, you know, I just wanted to bring that up and seeing this. Thank you.
Can I also just mention to Councilman Hubbard and myself, with the Code Revision Committee, work with our new town attorney, and so we're also approaching another avenue in terms of the noise issue with it itself. And so we have rewritten some codes that are ready now to go to a work session. So hopefully that'll be on a work session shortly to a public hearing, so that there'll be a different avenue in which we can enforce the noise issue, at least in that area in itself. So we're trying multiple different ways to approach it to do the best we can to resolve the problem for you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay.
Please keep us, you know, informed in this, and so that we can participate in what we're, you know, hoping is going to help everybody out. So,
Yep.
It's still a front burner item.
excellent.
It is.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you all.
Okay, great. Thank you, Bob. Anyone else? Chip, do we have anyone through Zoom? Okay.
He couldn't make it?
place is, but I should probably like the area. Let's go. It's so funny how an aerial view of somewhere.
Okay. Do you hear me?
Good afternoon, John.
Hi, good afternoon. John McAuliffe from Roanoke Landing in Riverhead. To respond to the Soto Voce comment, yeah, I'm not there, and it's where I wanted to start out. I'm not there because the UN, I've been watching the UN debate over Ukraine, where sentiment is overwhelmingly against the Russian invasion, which is very gratifying. And I also wanted to express appreciation for the supervisor and others who participated in the demonstration yesterday in front of Town Hall. It's also hard not to remember that 19 years ago we were organizing similar demonstrations or concern about the fact that the U.S. was in the process of invading Iraq with almost as much international opposition. I want to follow up a bit on what you already talked about, which is the status of EPCAL and the story that was in the local. I sent you a letter about this morning, but it was in the local. The supervisor is quoted as saying that the 555, after agreeing to terms that had been negotiated over a period of months, wanted changes at the last minute that the town will not accept. And I understand that you're going to report on that at the work session on Thursday. I wonder, since you're in a somewhat more public forum now where people could actually ask questions, if you want to give us any more substance about what the problem is and where your discussions are going with them. But more importantly is if you resolve that problem and you go back and you do continue with the idea of transferring it from the CDA to the IDA, there was some ambiguity about how you were going to handle that for the public, whether you're simply going to explain it in detail at a work session or whether you will do it in the context of a public hearing by the board where there can be give and take with the public, that Mr. Eisler and members of the board can explain in detail exactly what they're hoping to accomplish and how it will work out. So, if you're prepared to say anything more now about where that stands, that'd be helpful. But the real question is, if you do go ahead, will you bring it to a public hearing?
Yes, and John, we have every intention to open it up to the public and have an open discussion and making sure that the public is fully aware. I know it is complicated step, and I've noticed that, and everybody's noticed that people are a little bit confused, and we have every intent of addressing that with the public, and
Okay.
And we're gonna have to wait until the 3rd, at least
Okay,
at
and
least
when
until
you
the COB of the
when you-
3rd.
Okay, when you say with the public, you mean in a public hearing?
Yeah, outside in the open.
No.
We're not doing it as a public hearing. We're doing it as a possible
As a work session, again, to
Public
present it
forum.
more clearly to the
public forum. Public
But
forum.
a work session only does not allow the public to comment or ask questions. I mean, I hope you reconsider that, because a work session is not adequate for this kind of transformative arrangement. I think it needs to be, obviously it can be discussed in the context of a resolution, but the limits of discussion on a resolution are very different than if you go to a public hearing. So I hope you can reconsider that and go to an actual hearing at the board rather than, and certainly not limited to just a work session, which is a one-way operation.
Get more into the meeting. I thank you. Everything is being taken into consideration. but
Okay,
we will be
great, that's
opening
all,
up to the
that's all
public.
I'd ask.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
John.
very much. And again, thank you.
Okay, I think he was about to get off. He was off, okay.
Anyone
good.
else?
Anyone else? That's it? No one from the public? Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. This concludes our meeting for today. Can I have a first and a second to close this town
Move to-
board meeting, please?
Move to move close.
Can I get a second? Perfect. All opposed? All in favor? So move, and please be safe. Thank you.